And we are coming down in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Getting Sports with Drunk. I'm your hostess, Cupcake the Riddler, and I'm joined by Sheen Washable.
No.
The man of many names.
And the Rat of a Red Baron. Meow.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Kind of like I liked the weird inflection that we had going there.
I wonder if I should adjust my alias to the frozen pizza. Any takers for that?
So you want to just be the frozen pizza?
No, just a thought.
I don't think it worked.
The Rat of a frozen pizza.
I think that was the first thing I cooked in the house when we bought it.
Was it frozen pizza?
It was a Red Baron frozen pie.
It's pretty funny.
Was it original?
I don't remember what the first thing I cooked here was. I think it was cheeseburgers.
Meatloaf.
Nah, it wasn't meatloaf.
Isn't it barbecue something?
I don't know. Tell you what, the Monday night matchups have been real dog shit lately, huh?
Yeah, they're kind of worse than the Thursday one sometimes.
All right, starting lineups. Souls?
Water.
Nice. Oh, the mass.
Gentlemen,
Massey, your take on Kendall changing his name to the frozen pizza?
I mean, it fits.
I think frozen pizza is too gourmet for him.
Like in real life?
Yeah, like I don't think Kendall's like frozen pizza. I think if Kendall, like, I don't know.
Do you think he's the Celeste?
No, like I think Kendall's like bowl of shrimp veins. Or
That's
like
gross.
breaded albacore tuna salad.
Wow. That
I did not care for
is
that.
quite
Well, no,
unpleasant.
that's describing Kendall.
I know, but I just thought about it.
Matt, you like a gourmet steak?
You know
Also,
what-
sorry, my voice sounds terrible.
You know what Kendall would be, guys? Kendall would be tuna fish pancakes.
Oh,
You know,
God.
Man.
Kyle just gave you the nicest compliment I think he's ever given anybody.
I know, and then Mock immediately just went with, sorry, my voice sucks.
Yeah. I didn't even hear what he said.
He said if you were a food, you'd be a gourmet steak.
Nice.
Way to go, Souls. Good for you. Kendall, what are you drinking?
From the Riddler collection, I just cracked the seal of the Crown Royal XO.
I was like, wait, really mad.
Oh,
I'll
you
tell
think
you,
he was about to
like-
pop
Like, just to be funny, you couldn't say the start of a friggin'...
Oh, you just be an absolute jerk after we talked about the stuff off air about the threats.
Yes.
Listen, I have something called respect.
No, you don't.
Yeah, no, you fucking don't.
Thanks a lot, guys. This was the Frozen Pizza signing off.
Thank fucking God.
Massey, what are you drinking?
Miralax?
Oh.
The fuck is that?
A joke. I'm just drinking water.
He goes, a joke.
Makes you poo.
I would say that's the stuff that makes you poop.
Yeah,
It is.
Oh, it's a laxative?
yeah, it's
It
like
is.
hence the word lack. Kyle, it's otherwise known as butthole epicac.
Oh, man.
That's pretty funny.
I have that every day.
Have that every day.
I'll never forget I remember hearing a comedian said, he was like, oh, that's not good. Sorry. Is anybody watching the game?
No.
No.
first and 10, Kyler Murray scrambles, non-contact, goes straight to the ground.
Yikes.
Ooh, gonna go ahead and turn on ESPN real quick.
Yep, he was trying to do like juke moves for defenders that were like 4 yards away from him. He cut in, cut out, and then just went down and melted to the ground.
Let's see this replay.
I like how Massey gets so erect for any bad stuff that happens to NFC West teams that aren't the Rams.
I'll tell you what, the
Is
side
that true?
profile that they showed of him, like fall, it looked like he got shot. Like it looked like his body just like went limp, like he just went down. All right, anyway, sorry. I am drinking from the Reed. No, I'm just kidding. From my own collection.
I was going to say, he does a collection.
I am drinking a Founder's Breakfast Stout.
It is a collection. Just we all bought it for him.
Mock,
Yes.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
You know how to make a roux?
Me and Paul were talking about this the other day. I don't.
All right. Then you are bypassed from the question. You're free.
But do you also agree that what I described Kendall's roux as is not a roux?
Now, I'm
Yeah.
gonna need more information because I don't even really fully know what it is.
So a roux is basically like it's like butter and flour. You melt butter in a pan, and then you whisk flour in to get like a thicker consistency, and then you would like melt cheese into it to start making a cheese sauce for macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
So like when Waka makes her macaroni and cheese for parties, it always starts with butter and flour, and then you get that to a thick brown consistency, and then you start melting the cheese into that. Kendall thinks that his roux is that he's also making a roux by just putting flour, butter, cheese, macaroni, and whatever else all in the pan at one time and cooking it.
No, not the macaroni part. Just immediately with the cheese, though.
Oh, so Kendall just takes a cold pan, he turns it up to whatever temperature, and then just throws cheese, butter, and flour all together in their original states and melts them all down together.
Sounds like a pretty good roux to me.
So I'll be honest. I mean, if I make a mac and cheese, I don't use much flour. But I mean, I just kind of pour like milk in and then the cheese.
So that's
Kinda
what you don't have to do. So the argument isn't how you make macaroni and cheese. The argument is more that what Kendall does isn't a roux. A roux is you start with butter and flour, and then you use milk, and you get it to like it's almost like it's like the like how like if you're making a sauce and you need to thicken it up, you would make like a cornstarch slurry.
Yeah.
You would do like 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of water, mix it, and then it's a liquid, and then when you put it in the pan, it starts thickening everything up.
Yeah.
A roux is just like the precursor version of that. You do that first so that you have a thick sauce. So like you would do those things, and then you would once you get the roux going, you put the cheese in. It helps the cheese melt but not burn. And it's more so like you would do it more so for like grated cheese and stuff. Like I'm not saying that the way Kendall makes macaroni and cheese is the wrong way to make macaroni and cheese. I'm just saying that the way that he's putting everything in a pan together, it's no longer a roux. He's just he's just heating up a bunch of stuff in a pot. He's basically making fucking cheese stir fry.
Quick side note, I want our band name to be Cornstarch Slurry. I think that sounds sick.
Are you going to be our...
Am I going to be what?
Yeah, he's going to be the guy who writes all the songs and just never finishes them.
Massey, you could join our air band at any time, but with the comments like that.
I really thought I was going to get. I was about to say, I really thought I was going to get a lot more laughs than that.
Yeah.
No, I said good dig.
No, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, let the silence wash over you like it does for me anytime I speak.
So, how long until Kendall has his full psychological collapse?
We're living it, buddy.
I don't think we've truly bullied Kendall until he either, snaps and calls somebody, the R word, or he hits Rebecca. I think if he hits Rebecca, then we've done it. We've been mean enough.
Probably shouldn't let it get there, though.
I will never choose violence.
You're pretty violent when you're drunk.
Let's say, Kendall, I I wasn't there, but I've heard stories of you you choosing violence on your own arm.
What?
Yeah. Yep. Kendall thought a razor blade wasn't going to cut him.
So he sliced his arm, a lot.
What?
First time I ever hung out with him.
And guess who's still standing?
What? This just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
All right. I need to know more about this.
All right. Well, let's finish our intro. So, Mock, what are you drinking?
I have a Bud Light.
All right. And Massey, did you say what you were drinking? Just water?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's do Toast of Excellence. I'll go first. Did anybody call any dibs this week?
I don't believe so.
All right. So
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was it on?
It happened Thursday night.
Okay. So my Toast of Excellence is to Brock Purdy for not only being the first Mr. Irrelevant to throw a touchdown pass in a game, but
Is
also
that true?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I saw it on the TV. I don't know if it's true. The TV's wrong a lot. I'm not being a dick. I'm saying I've seen a lot of stats on like broadcasted games that were just wrong. But not only is he the first Mr. Irrelevant to throw a touchdown pass in a game, but I think it's also just ironic that as Mr. Irrelevant, he came in and won a game against the not only most winning quarterback of all time, but who's regarded as the greatest late round steal in NFL history.
So, fun fact to tack onto that, if you didn't have any more.
I don't have any more.
That's also Tom Brady's first time losing to a quarterback in their first start.
Wow.
There you go.
So, can I kind of piggyback off what Massey just said?
Mm-hmm.
Is it really dumb when people say that Brady lost to another quarterback?
Yes.
Yeah. It is. I understand. I'm not saying Brady. I'm just saying
No. I know. I'm not saying. Well, because that's all we heard.
Nothing makes me more mad than when they highlight. Oh my God, can you believe it? Tonight we have fucking Jacob deGrom versus Garrett Cole, and it's like, well, no, at no point in the game are those two going to go against each other.
I mean, I don't mind when they say oh, they're going head to head, but I remember when Peyton was still playing, they're like, well, he's fucking whatever 5-7 against Tom Brady. It's like, well, it doesn't matter. They're not doing anything against each other.
Right. The real thing should have been Bill Belichick versus Peyton Manning.
Yes.
So
it's just funny. It's one of those funny things they do in sports.
Yeah. Anybody else have a toast? Mass?
I have a toast of excellence to Baker Mayfield for landing in LA Tuesday at 9 p.m. and starting a game for the Rams Tuesday at 5 p.m. and leading a comeback drive, 98 yards for the touchdown to win the game for the Rams. Woke up feeling dangerous. That's the Rams' first win in 6 weeks, and I am fully back on board the Baker train. If nothing else, it's going to make the rest of our games watchable.
Do you see the thing?
We may not win. He may not be great. See, here's what I described Baker Mayfield to a friend of mine. Baker Mayfield may not be a great quarterback, but he's fun to watch.
Look, all Baker Mayfield did was solidify him and Jimmy Garoppolo fighting for the Colts starting job next year.
Yep.
It's they're both
because the Colts. They're both going to just go to the Colts.
We've talked about it enough on the show, but I'm not the biggest Garoppolo fan, but that guy has the worst luck I think we've ever seen in the NFL. I mean, really,
Keenan Allen's had pretty comparable injury luck.
But what I mean is, Garoppolo, he gets traded to the Niners. They give him the big contract. Pretty much every offseason since then, they want to trade him. And this year, he gets benched for Lance, stays on the team. And, Lance goes down. He comes in, was playing decent. Now they're like, hey, I'm willing to come back. Oh, I broke my foot off. I'm out for the year again.
third backup comes in, wins.
It's just he has got to have the worst NFL luck we've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty. It is pretty rough.
Yeah. I have no love for him, but I do feel bad.
No, you don't.
I do. Like, am I happy he's not going to be playing in San Francisco again? Extremely. Am I sad for him as a person? Yeah, I'd say I am. It's probably the only 49er I'd actually feel that bad about.
Hey, Massey, quick question: when do you guys have your next first round pick?
Not this coming year, the year after that.
So 2025.
Kyle, you're unmuted.
Yeah, Kyle, I didn't mute you.
Somebody
did.
fucking muted me.
I did.
I don't know why.
2025.
Yes.
Right,
No,
so
2024, because this year is 2023.
2024. Okay. I want I don't want Massey to give any insight to this question. Massey, go last. All right, Mass.
Yep.
What's the over/under on next season? The Rams trading that first round pick to get Jared Goff back.
I'd take the under. That would be so funny.
Be so fucking funny.
Welcome him back. I've never hated Jared for leaving or anything like that. I've rooted for him since he left.
I tell you what, how funny would it be if like Jared Goff's like, all right, I'll come back on one condition. Be like, what's that, Jared? Like, I want Sam Bradford as my backup. All right, you're out. Nah. Anybody else have any toast they'd like to give?
I have something that made me
Judge is
sad.
back in New York.
What'd you say, Mark?
Aaron Judge is back in New York.
Yep. Long time Met. No, I'm just kidding.
I have something that made me sad.
What?
What's that?
So, amongst everything happening right now, obviously the McVay rumors continue to swirl and swirl and swirl. Excuse me. A report came out today, or yesterday, that Sean Payton's preference when he does not return to coaching is to do so in Los Angeles, which was then commented by a beat writer that I follow, which the guy who wrote the article with Ian Rappaport said LA gig, didn't confine that to the Chargers. I'm getting really nervous there's something wrong with Sean leaving.
Well, hey, I mean, it's not every day you get to replace a young Sean with an old Sean.
That's also true.
T.Y. Hilton to the Cowboys.
The biggest who cares move of the year.
Did it actually happen?
Yeah.
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 Well, that just means that Odell's not ready yet.
I'd say that means Odell's not ready to play for at least 3 more weeks.
So
He said he didn't want to play in the regular season.
I tell you, do you guys, in all seriousness, do you think Dallas gets in any trouble for disclosing like the knee stuff?
How?
So like after he met with the Cowboys, they like publicly announced that like, his knee isn't ready. And
They
were
said
saying,
that to their standards. That's not
What do you
releasing. That's not giving anything away to HIPAA. That's saying that their doctor evaluated and what his thoughts were.
I mean, it's still revealing like somebody else's.
Yeah, but that's the NFL does that all the time. I mean, like they reveal people's like injury shit all the time. Like it's kind of like give up your own fucking medical rights when you play in a major sports league. If Kyler Murray went down, I mean, I'm willing to bet you that I'm gonna know what Kyler Murray's injury is before his fucking mom knows.
I don't know. I mean, I was reading a few things saying that like they could end up kind of in some trouble, like NFL union wise.
I'd be very surprised.
It would just be interesting.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think so because it's like the same type of deal. Like Massey said, like if you use the right jargon, you know what I mean. It's like
Well, I guess
you can have a healthy person come in and you can just say like, yeah, our doctors analyzed him, but like his hips,
Yeah,
They're concerned about his hits, so we're not going to sign him.
how is it
or
any
whatever.
different than like failing a physical? I mean, that happens all the time.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I was reading a few things about it, and they were saying like because like Odell's camp didn't release it. I don't know. I don't know if it matters that he's a free agent or not.
I don't know. I didn't see that. I didn't even cross my mind.
I think it's one of those like much to do about nothing kind of things. It's like it's Odell and it's Dallas, so it's like everyone in the world's going to click on it. But I could be wrong. I mean, who knows? Maybe something happens. I don't know.
Yeah. My quick toast, just a cool moment was that from the Sunday night game that flip to Tyreek Hill to score on that fumble recovery. I'd never seen anything like that. I thought it was pretty cool.
Tyreek Hill is.
Go ahead, Paul.
I was just going to say Tyreek Hill is the first player in Super Bowl history to score a touchdown via kick return. See, and this is the problem. Is like I would love to know what the actual jargon is, but it's kick return, punt return, receiving, rushing, and fumble recovery in a career. He's the first one to have all 5.
Yep.
But here's my question: is it when you get a safety, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have to do the free kick.
Yeah.
Is that constituted as a kickoff?
Yes.
Even though it's not a kickoff? Because it's not it's a free kick. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is it actually deemed a kickoff?
I believe it is. I'll double check real quick. Give me a second.
I mean, it could be because, I mean, like, the NFL posted it. So, I mean, I'm sure they did their own homework on it. But, like, it seems weird because, like, that's what Tyreek Hill's return is on. It's on a free kick.
Yeah.
And that's what they're constituting as a kickoff return for a touchdown. It just seems weird to me. It's like it's like different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's his only kick return.
That's the one that showed. I don't know if it's his only one.
I don't know. I only because I know like he was returning earlier for the Chiefs, so I don't know if he had another one.
Even still, like that's just like I don't know. That's weird. It's like is that constitute as a kick return for a touchdown, or is it just constitute as a return touchdown? Weird thing.
Yeah.
Or really... fouls committed by the after a safety is scored in American football, the ball is kicked off to the team that scored the safety.
Well, it's just weird. So then, why do they call it a free kick?
I think it's the way the where he's kicking the ball changes, but it's still a kickoff.
No, but they call like if you see it happen, if you see a safety get like all the announcers, like NFL analysts, they'll all say like oh. The punter's in to kick the free kick. They don't say the punter's in for the kickoff.
I think you have the option.
It's just weird.
Is the rule on it though? Like when they do the free kick, isn't the kicking team like can't they not move till the guy catches it or something?
No,
free kick is a kickoff or a safety kick that puts the ball in play to start a free kick down. It must be made blah for the kicking point from the offensive team, restraining line and be between the inbound lines. Blah.
So the free kick is it's like the kickoff mock. All the returner people like they can.
Yeah, we can hear you breathing.
I believe they can run when the ball's kicked, but the thing is it's not a kickoff. They can't run up. It's a freestanding punt.
Okay,
Massey,
so the ball's like I mean like I've never seen after a safety. I've never seen a free kick go into the end zone for a touchback because you can't run up and punt it. You can't run up and kick it. You're like freeze.
Yeah.
It's like a one-step drop punt.
Massey, does it say in the rules at all about you have the option from having from a tee or like?
That's what I'm double checking.
So I feel like I've seen it both ways, but you're right. It's like the ball is like always returned.
Well, the thing though is like, but either way though, even if it's on a tee, you still can't do the run up.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was just curious.
I'm pretty sure you can't do any sort of you can't take like 3 steps up to the ball.
By Mock?
Eddie's
Hi,
back. Better than ever.
You just have the struggle bus with this Discord thing, huh?
I don't know what happens. Like every once in a while, it'll just like through my headphones, I hear a noise, I can still hear you guys, but then the mic stops. So I don't know if like the
Free
mic is
kick.
fucked or
A free kick is lined up like a kickoff, or rather than a field goal, is there's no snap and no kicking tee is allowed. Instead, the ball must be placed or drop kicked. The defense must stand at least 10 yards from the line of scrimmage before the ball is kicked. But yes, it does count as a kickoff because it's filed under the kickoff rules.
It's just weird. Like, I don't know why do they make up a different word for it? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like it's
Stupid.
I know it'd be like if the 2-point conversion was under the touchdown category, but they called it the 2-point conversion. Tell you what, Mac Jones versus Colt McCoy. This is turning out to be a real boring fucking game.
Yep.
oh, guys, I made the playoffs.
Yep, he made the playoffs.
Good job, bud. I'm proud of you.
Really skidded into the end there.
So who missed it?
Me and Paul.
Me, Kyle, Jeff, and Tyler.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Tyler, not even close.
I wasn't either.
Although his one win against me is really what had me like almost not in the playoffs. If I had that
So
win, then
still
this
very
week wouldn't
funny.
have mattered.
I like how every year, sometimes like Tyler will just opt to just not play any players at all.
Oh, you mean like this week when he put up 50 points?
Yeah.
And half
Also,
of them were from Juju Smith-Schuster.
what happened with him too this year was that his phone is so old, he couldn't update it to like run the Yahoo app. So he couldn't like update it. Like he would have to like ask Kyle to go and edit his team.
Yeah, that sucks.
Tell him next year.
Or have to do it like from his computer, but
Tell him next year he can only edit his team via certified mail.
What phone does he have?
he has like the 7 Plus.
Actually, Kendall, remember Rico?
Yeah.
So up until we graduated from college, Mock, this kid Rico at Eastern was rocking the iPhone 3.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it took. He's like, I never let it die, because when it completely dies, he goes, I have to, from the time I plug it into the charger to the time I can text somebody, it usually takes 45 minutes. I was like, are you really saving anything at that point?
And I'm a firm believer in the iPhone conspiracy. I don't know how he survived that far.
What iPhone conspiracy?
Oh, after the new phones come out, any older generation phones start to slowly work less.
That's
Like,
not
what-
a conspiracy. They've literally been sued in court over it.
Honestly, they got in a lot of trouble for it.
Yeah. They still do it, but it's not a conspiracy. They just do it out in the open.
Hey, so be it.
Yeah. How did we talk more last week when we had 3 people than we do with 5?
We're talking.
A lot of dead silences.
Well, it just.
Fucking dead silence.
I think you wait for more people to. There's more people, so you're waiting to make sure that before you move on to the next thing, everyone gets a chance to chime in.
We constantly talk off to each other and move on to different stuff. That's not it.
We constantly jerk off to each other, is what you meant to say.
Hey,
This is true.
Actually, Mark was
Oh,
pitching that for a show idea.
Got a pretty funny show idea.
Just
What's
jerk
that?
off.
So you have all 5 of us on the air. Right?
Mm.
One person is self-pleasuring. We have to figure out who it is. Honor
My
system.
answer is going to be Kyle to start every single
It's pretty
time.
much always going to be Kyle.
Well, the thing is,
That's so frustrating.
I think there's got to be a thing like we got to do like a card thing, like everyone draws a card. It's got to be like a way where like nobody knows who the person is, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like Among Us. But the thing is, I think the rule is that I think you're allotted, like you have to have a group majority vote, at the halfway mark, and then a group majority vote at the end of the show. So you get 2 chances to try to figure out who it is, but the person who is jerking off gets the guess as well, so there could be some throw-offs there. And then I think the person who is jerking off, they should get points for however many times they can finish before being caught.
I was going to ask that. So, like, if you finish up, you just have to wait till you reload and just go again. You know.
No, if you can fire off 6 before the halfway point of the show, then you get 6 points.
Wow.
This is the new GSWD points.
I have 3 already.
Would not surprise me. You're talking about this month, right?
That's pretty good. I mean, he averaged 1 every 10 minutes on the show so far. Good on you,
That's
Soul.
pretty good.
Man, Kyle's got a really low refractory period.
What's all that Mountain Dew?
Oh, Kyle, I meant to tell you this the other day. I was telling Paul. I drank a Mountain Dew the other day for the first time, and no joke, probably like 5 years.
Yeah.
Dude, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah. Well, your taste in soda's bad, so.
I like how he just saved this story for you. It's like, hey, by the way, the thing you like sucks.
That really does define their friendship.
Awful.
Pepsi sucks.
Pepsi's better than Coke.
It's not even close.
I like
I
the
would disagree with you there on that.
RC Cola sucks, though.
Ever have a Shasta?
No. Oh, no.
Games that I have.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
It's a foreign
That's
soda.
Dollar Tree soda,
Oh, is it?
Oh.
It's not what I was thinking of then.
and it is not good.
I like to buy supermarket colas when they're available.
Look, you don't know what it's like to struggle till you've gotten pineapple soda in a 3-liter container.
Oh, man.
Oh my god.
I once bought a pineapple soda.
I think you bought it for me. Is how
Yeah,
that
but
went.
you drink it.
I did. It was fine, I guess. I don't really have good or bad things to say about it.
Hey, Kendall, remember the time that you fell asleep in Jeff's recliner drunk and you woke up the next morning and you spent 45 minutes walking around his backyard because you were convinced you swallowed sus pouches?
Yeah. Yeah, I sure do.
And then we found out that you didn't.
Yeah, it was pretty anticlimactic when we found him on the stoop.
That was the same day I went to McDonald's with Vito to get everybody food. And while Vito and I were driving back from the McDonald's on Route 5, we watched an old man walking by walking on the corner there at 68 and Industrial Park Road with a shopping cart, and the wind blew and knocked the whole cart over, and then there was just a bunch of cans all over the ground, and the guy just kept swearing and kicking the shopping cart.
It's my spirit animal.
Vito's like, should we get out of the car and help him? I'm like, absolutely not. Keep driving.
We got McGriddles here, sir.
This isn't even about McGriddles. That guy had rabies. And who knows? That guy might have been angry because some kids threw a fucking soda at his chest.
Yeah, Mark.
It was still funny. The guy was a douche.
Oh, there's the stat everybody needs. Cliff Kingsbury has not won a challenge since 2019.
Yes, injected into my veins.
Yeah, right.
Going through the Mike Tomlin approach.
No. Mike Tomlin's stats are Mike Tomlin has not thrown a challenge flag since week 15 of this. I'd be curious to see what Mike Tomlin's career numbers are: 2-point conversion attempts versus challenge flags thrown.
Probably a lot.
We're up 17-0. Score a touchdown, 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This will put us up. This will put us up by 5 scores instead of 4.
Mike Tomlin has thrown 86 challenges in his career and
1/4 of them.
136 for a win percentage of 47%.
Not bad.
Yeah, but does it also include the amount of tripped players on kick returns?
And then your question was about 2-point conversions.
Yeah, how many times has he gone for 2? good luck getting that stat so quick.
I do enjoy the replay of Tomlin being on the field on that return, like, and he threw actually like, "Oh, I didn't realize I was on the field."
Yeah. Oh, whoops. Debo Samuel has MCL sprain. Will be back before playoffs.
What year did they hire Mike Tomlin?
Right after
07?
Oh, now Rashawn Stevenson's down.
What year did you say?
I think it's 2007.
My
You're not just going on to MikeTomlin.com? I don't understand.
started as the head coach 2007.
We talking about Brittany Griner today.
No, we're not going to.
Like the kids say, you could miss me on that topic.
Kendall.
Kiddo, shut up, dude.
I won't. I won't do it.
Kendall.
Nope. Nope. You could tell me whatever. I'm just going to continue doing it.
All right. Stop drinking.
So take that. Souls. Why don't you make like a tree and you know the rest?
Stand there?
Hey, I know we've been all over the place. Do you remember on the Pittsburgh trip? I was thinking about this the other day, and one of the songs I picked was "Misunderstanding," and you would sing "How Could You Be Standing."
What?
So there's a song "Misunderstanding" by Genesis, and Kyle would sing the song, and he'd go, "How could you be standing?"
No, I don't remember that, but that checks out.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was laughing to myself like an idiot.
That also checks out. Hey, Mark, you still there?
Yep.
All right. So, should we talk some sports?
Yeah. I mean,
All right.
we've been
I
talking
believe
sports.
you wanted to talk about the World Cup.
Kyle, take us away.
Gotta go.
Portugal lost.
Yeah, they did.
The Netherlands lost.
Yep. You're doing good.
Croatia
Take us home.
lost.
That's where you lose. They won.
God damn it. Argentina still in.
Yep.
Morocco still in.
Okay. All right.
USA blows.
Well, no, the USA doesn't blow, Kyle. It's just they have the 4 years from now we'll be ready mentality. World Cup's here next time.
In Boston, Massachusetts.
Nope.
I don't. No, I think the final will be in SoFi.
I know they said Dallas was renovating the stadium for the World Cup.
Yeah, Dallas is going to host. I know there's going to be games in MetLife. There's going to be games in Gillette. I think Miami's hosting. I think FedEx Field will host. Dallas will host. LA's hosting. I believe Levi Stadium's going to host just because of how big it is. Las Vegas will obviously host. I think there was like something where like they said like they're only planning. There's only going to be like one or two like venues that won't be NFL stadiums just for capacity purposes. Like I think they might do a couple in some college stadiums because there are some college stadiums that are just fucking bananas big. But the problem is I don't know how well the United States is going to handle Japan playing South Africa in the fucking Alabama. Like, and in local news, racist Americans destroy World Cup.
Excited for
I'm not
tomorrow.
reading that this week.
So, baseball. You wanted to talk about some baseball stuff. Talk about some baseball stuff.
Did you guys go over any of the signings last week?
Yep.
We talked about them all.
All right, how about you fucking tell me the truth there, bud?
I'm pretty sure I am.
We are. We talked about it. We talked about that had happened up to that point. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about.
Yeah, so go fuck yourself, Kyle.
All right, you go fuck yourself, Mass.
We talked about the big stuff. We didn't talk about, fucking like
Guys, we're playing my game next week.
It's always funnier, like when you could like know what the person's gonna say. Like it was just teed up so perfect.
What are you talking about?
The way Massey is just like, you just go fuck yourself. Just
Okay, I don't remember. Trey Turner was the week before this week.
Trey Turner was. I think we talked about Trey Turner last week, right? We talked about Trey Turner. We talked about Verlander. We talked about Clevenger. We talked about Abreu.
Well, Arson Judge is with the Yankees again.
and he's gonna
Judge
light
is
it up.
Yankee.
That guy is really hated in San Francisco.
He didn't even do anything.
What do you mean?
You talking about the guy who broke the news or Judge himself?
Yeah,
Both.
the guy that broke the news.
Oh, I thought you said Judge.
No. Judge didn't do it, but like this guy was like, "Hey, deal's done." Wait,
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, shit happens though. He's not do it.
The Mets signed Cody Senga, which I don't know what to say about that. I don't know anything about this guy. He could be the Kaz Matsuzuki.
Oh, it's Kaz
Probably no.
Matsui, sir.
that's the guy that Boston signed.
No, the Mets signed him. The pitcher.
Okay, yeah.
It's.
The Red Sox signed the first baseman.
I feel like other than Ichiro, I think there's been a lot of signings from the Japanese leagues that I feel like have not panned out.
Yeah, they have. And that's why they scare the fuck out of me.
Yeah, but yet it seems like every, I don't know, call it 4 or 5 years, like there's this pitching prospect that's just been like, hey, we got to get this guy in MLB.
I mean, Tanaka was all right.
Shohei's whatever.
I mean, well, he's panning out pretty well. Matsui was good. Remember, like Keiagawa? That guy sucked.
Yeah. Koji
You know,
Uehara.
I mean, he had 2 years where he was good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Dice K was decent for a hot second.
You were playing shortstop for Ichiro's team the other day.
Oh man, I just thought of something. It's kind of off topic, but Kyle just made me think of it. Oh, did you see that thing with Jaromir Jagr?
No.
So he owns a hockey team in the Czech Republic, right?
Yep.
And their team, got hit. I don't know if they all have the fucking flu, but most of the team is sick. So they already had to postpone one game, and if they had to postpone another game, then the entire team, I think gets suspended in the league. So Yager was short a guy, so he just suits up and goes and plays. Played 15 minutes of ice time, had 2 assists. And I mean, I think they lost 7-2. But
That's just an excellence.
It's we just got to get out there. But some people, they say, we're kind of pissed because it was a professional game. It delayed his availability to the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah.
But it was just funny. He's like, yeah, I mean, someone had to get out there.
You got to do what you got to do.
And the guy, I mean, you figure, I got to imagine that he's not, fully training the same. Just go out there, still put a couple of points on the board.
Yeah, well, it's like they say, talent doesn't go away, just physical ability does.
Just say, the guy's fucking 50 years old. Good for him.
Hope that
But
happens.
anyway, sorry. We're talking about Asians.
But no, Matthew, how do you feel about Wilson Contreras?
You guys said he was good, so I'm excited.
He's not really the greatest catcher in the world.
Why am I excited?
He could hit the shit out of the ball.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go.
You're swapping what you had for years with Molina. You're taking a hit on defense, but you're getting way better offense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And he just was a Cub, so he took away the Cubs' best player.
Nice.
88 more
And then,
years for them.
Alexander Bogart's got a lot of money.
All right, I have an answer for you guys.
Okay.
Mike Tomlin in his career has attempted 62 two-point attempts and has converted 47 of them for a 76% completion rate.
So he's challenged more plays than he's gone for 2-point conversion.
His challenges, let's see, I have that right here. That one's actually quick. He has challenged 24 more times than he has gone for a 2-point attempt.
That's hilarious.
I'd say it's closer than I thought.
There you go. You're welcome. Happy I could answer this question.
Shout out to Mass for the dedication and finding that out.
All right, Souls?
Something else.
No.
Damn it. Thought for sure I would have had it that time.
You keep going with the baseball stuff.
Yeah, Alexander Bogart's got 11 for 280, which is somebody had to go there because like 5 people said no to them.
Well, they just want all the shortstops.
I wonder if it's like a Tatis thing why people don't want to go there.
To San Diego.
Have you guys seen, did you guys see the stat for the Mets payroll?
Yeah, like $1 billion.
No, yeah, they're spending $1 billion. Don't say yeah and then come out with this thing that's ridiculous. I had a real say, no, it's not worth saying. You made it like it. Hurt my feelings. Continue.
How?
Because
I was just spending $1 billion on 5 guys.
They're not spending $1 billion.
Yeah, they are.
No, you think they're spending $1 billion on 5 guys?
Like for the next 10-something years, yeah.
God, that's not what I said though. I said, did you hear what their payroll is?
No. So.
Well, all the wind's out of my sails. I'm sinking now in the middle of the ocean. But I'll continue.
What was the payroll?
The Mets 2023 or 2023 payroll after the luxury tax is just north of $440 million.
Just printing money over there.
And on the flip side, the Red Sox just had the third instance of letting, one of the most meaningful players in their franchise's most recent memory play the twilight of their career somewhere else. John Lester, Mookie Betts, and now...
That's like the Red Sox favorite thing to do.
Red Sox fans should be pissed that they let Bogarts walk.
You're only saying resigned.
What's that?
I said you can only say that because Judge resigned.
No, I mean, really, it's.
I'm just
the money's not even close.
That's what I mean. They lowballed the shit out of him.
Well, because they think he's going to struggle defensively really badly.
Why?
Because there's no more shift. He's not as agile as he used to be. His defense has gone down the last 2 years.
I mean, he's still a Gold Glove shortstop that hits 30 home runs a year. The kid is good. It's just.
How old is he? What is he? 36?
30.
Bogarts?
No, when's the deal end? When he's 36?
41.
They signed him to an 11-year deal.
Yeah.
Are you sure Bogarts is 30? I think he's 28.
No, he's 30.
Is he?
That's why I thought he was older because I remember hearing that the deal was up when he was in his 40s. But I didn't know it was an 11-year deal.
Yeah, he
11
is
for 280.
Hey guys, Xander Bogaerts just signed an 11-year multi-million-dollar deal at 30. What are you guys doing?
Not much.
Barely making ends meet.
that's Kyle. That was perfect.
And confirm.
Isn't it crazy that they're like pretty much our age, but they're so much better than us at life?
They're not better than us at life, Kyle. They have a talent that people pay to see. They're sideshow freaks.
Yeah, you know, Kyle, you make us smile, and that should stand for something.
You can go fuck yourself, bud.
Appreciate that, pal.
You guys talk about Josh Bell at all, or no?
No, we didn't deem him as important.
He is important.
All right, then talk about it.
Well, he went. By the way, Kyler Murray will not return tonight.
No.
He signed with that. He signed with Cleveland, which is like the perfect spot for him. And he's got to opt out after this next year. Terry Francona's going to make him a superstar. Guardians are going to be average.
All right.
The Braves acquired Sean Murphy today in a 3-team deal with the Brewers and the Athletics.
Who did the Dodgers get?
They haven't gotten anybody yet.
Who are they going after? They're going after Dansby Swanson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a Brave, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember just seeing something where it was like, oh, Freddie Freeman set to reunite with ex-Brave.
Yep, and Dansby Swanson's going to be sick for them. Christian Vasquez just signed a 3-year deal with the Twins. And Kendall's boy, Chris Bassett, is a Blue Jay.
Yeah, you got what, 3 years?
3 years, 63. So not as much money people thought.
Yeah, I was a little surprised, especially after the money he got going to the Mets from that previous year and having a much better year before. I just figured it was going to kind of continue like an uphill trend, but I don't know.
Oh, the Dodgers signed Jason Hayward.
What to DH?
To play in the minors.
I was going to say, like, what would their plan be for him?
Well, they're not going to do anything with him. I mean, they're not paying him shit. The Mets have the oldest pitching rotation in baseball history.
Hey, we swapped pitchers.
Yeah, but you got Jose Quintana, who's like 37. And you brought in Dave Robertson, who's 40.
Yeah, I'm saying though, like you and I swapped baggage.
Yeah, except I don't know how I feel about mine. And that's the only. Paul's boy went to the Giants. Mitch Haniger.
That guy broke the all-time hitting record.
You guys talk about Kenley Jansen or no?
No, he's also not important.
Okay.
You can talk about it.
He's a Red Sox now.
How old is he?
34, 35.
I don't know. I thought he was way older than that.
35.
And that's pretty much catching everybody up.
Right.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Athletic made a signing, but he sucks.
Who was it?
Jace Peterson.
Yeah, you're right.
Hopefully next week you'll see Correa go, Swanson, Rodon.
Well, by the rule of our show, all this stuff's going to happen tomorrow after the show's all said and done for the week.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Nothing really else happened. Crazy, right?
What other sports stuff do people want to chat about?
The
You guys
Devils
have a
are
moment?
sick.
Do you guys have a moment to hear about our Lord and Savior Baker Mayfield?
Your Lord and Savior.
I mean, if you have a speech prepared, I'd like to hear it.
I don't.
I tell you what, he's definitely earned another group of hating fan base out around him.
I hope he comes back.
No, I'm just saying, but like now there's just another entire NFL fan base that hates him.
Who are the Raiders?
The Lions.
Oh, draft pick.
Yeah, because I mean the Lions aren't doing themselves any favor with their draft pick. They're just gonna, be the NFC team that outside the playoffs.
What?
They're gonna be the NFC team that ends up like just missing the playoffs because they're winning all their games while everybody else ahead of them is like struggling to win games.
I don't know. I see them actually possibly making the playoffs.
What's their record?
6-7.
Yeah.
6-7. I mean, they could.
The NFC's not good.
No, I mean, you figure, the Seahawks, got a game up on them. The Giants have a game and a half on them. I would have to look at their schedules. I mean,
Giants are playing good football.
They don't play a starting quarterback for the next 4 weeks.
The Giants have what? They have the Commanders, the Colts, the Eagles, and who else? There's 3 weeks left or 4?
I think there's
4.
4.
So who else do the Giants have to play? They have the Commanders and the Eagles once each. Oh, the Vikings. They have the Vikings too.
Minnesota.
Yeah, so the Giants have a rough stretch, which actually it might not be because the Vikings are, terrible.
Lions have the Jets, the Panthers, the Bears, and the Packers.
All right, so I mean, I could see them going 2-2 in that. I could see them going 3-1 or 2-2.
Where the Giants?
No, the Lions.
Oh.
The Commanders have
They have
the
the Giants.
Giants, the 49ers, the Browns, and the Cowboys.
So the Commanders have 4 tough games.
I think the Giants and Commanders tie again.
I tell you, it'd make me real mad, but it would also be really funny.
If they tied again, it might be what saves both of them playoff implications. Because like that tie is what has the Giants still in 7th place.
Yeah.
If the Giants had lost that game, then they would have jumped by the Seahawks this week.
Yeah, Seahawks had a bad loss.
Do you think it's as equal to the Vikings losing, or is one worse than the other?
Well, I think the Seahawks is worse.
My thing with the Vikings, like they're not a 10. They weren't a 10-1 team. They were because they won games, but like their overall 53-man roster wasn't 10-1 good. I've been watching the Vikings my whole life. Like I know what they are and how they are.
Vikings are super fake.
Yeah, the Vikings have the Vikings have the complete makings of one and out in the playoffs.
They can't stop anybody on defense.
Yeah, their defense is bad, and they're finally realizing what life is like when there's the ability to, like when teams can figure out what to do with Justin Jefferson. The Lions decided, hey, we're going to let Justin Jefferson do whatever he wants, and everybody else is going to suck. And
I greatly appreciate them for that.
Right, but it's but like on the flip side too, there's a lot of games where like the games where the games where the Vikings like win, like I'm confident in them winning, putting a 60-minute game together and winning, are the games where like the dud Justin Jefferson games because it means they get other people involved. Like Adam Thielen is like a non-existent player anymore. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, I thought someone was. So, what else? Anybody else have anything to chime in with sports?
Do you think the Lions take a quarterback?
No.
I don't think so either. I think Goff has played himself a permanent job.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they can shore up some things on defense and, everyone stays healthy, offensively things are kind of like clicking. That the 1-2 punch at running back is, significant. And I think Goff, can be more than a game manager in that system. I mean, he's at one point he was averaging like 345 yards a game, something like that. Now, granted, they were playing from behind sometimes, but they're playing well.
They have a lot of good weapons.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say they have a lot of good weapons. I think they just have comparable players all over the place. They have what really saves the Lions is something that they haven't had in a long time, and what makes their offense click is they have a solid 1-2 punch at running back. I stand by the argument that if Matt Stafford's tenure in the Lions organization with Calvin Johnson, if they had a consistent 100-yard, 6-touchdown a year rusher, the Lions would have been making the playoffs almost. But they could just never run the ball. Yeah, now the Lions the ball, and it opens things up. Jared Goff is he's a good play action passer.
It's funny, during that Stafford span, I can think of from memory very few running backs that jump off the page.
There's not a lot of them.
I mean, well, no. Remember, for years the joke was they didn't have a 100-yard rushing game, 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Job at best.
I was just thinking that, Kyle.
Who was it that broke it? Was it Amir Abdullah?
God, if it was. Yeah, like I said, I can't even think of other than the guys you just mentioned. I can't really think of any other players.
Reggie Bush, baby.
Who was that? Didn't they have a guy that had cancer? He was pretty solid for them. I forgot his name. Master, do you mind looking that up? All right.
The Masters must have stepped away.
I did. What did I miss?
I asked if you could look up the running back for the Lions that got cancer.
Oh,
but he was pretty good.
Jerome Harrison?
Was that him?
Yeah.
They had Ruben Drones too, I think.
Ruben Drones, my goodness.
Adrian Peterson.
The fake Adrian Peterson.
Well, when you say the fake Adrian Peterson, you really mean the real Adrian Peterson, right?
Yeah, the fake Adrian Peterson also played for the Bears.
No, that's
what I'm talking about.
That's the real Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, that's the real Adrian.
The problem is the Lions got post child beating Adrian Peterson, and he was never in. He wasn't the same.
Did the Vikings Adrian Peterson ever play for the Lions?
Yes.
Did he really?
The Adrian Peterson that played for the Vikings was the same AP that played for the Vikings.
I'm so confused now.
So there was an Peterson that played for the Bears. He was drafted in 4. But it wasn't it was a different Adrian Peterson.
The Adrian Peterson that had that won MVP ever played for the Lions?
Yes.
Okay. Did not know that.
All right, Matthew, look up the list of fucking Lions running backs from 2007 on.
And watch the mediocrity flow over you. Yeah, I don't know. I think
Evan Jones, T.J. Duckett, Avion Cosson,
TJ Jenkins.
Brian Calhoun, Tatum Bell.
God, Tatum Bell. There was at one point there were like 4 or 5 Bell running backs in the league, all non-related.
Hill sucked.
Yeah, I think so. I expect, come next year, the Vikings to be very improved. Just a thought. I don't.
Well, here's the thing: the defense can't be any worse.
Your best corner is a 95-year-old Patrick Peterson.
And they will most likely play a third place schedule.
Second place.
Second place.
Yeah, because they're ahead of the Packers. Like, I'm pretty sure it's Vikings, Lions, Packers, Bears right now. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
No, I think you're right.
What's the question?
Packers are 5-8.
Right, it's Vikings, Lions, Packers, Bears. So the Lions are more than likely to play a second place schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I think, however things will get, pan out, they'll be favored in more games than this year.
Yeah, I mean, you figure a lot of it's gonna depend on what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen with the Packers this offseason. Because one thing about the Packers, like, the offense has been so bad that the defense has been on the field a lot. Man, DeAndre Hopkins just made a one-handed catch in the back of the end zone with 4 Patriots defenders on top of him. He was out of bounds, but it was pretty incredible.
It was a pretty good catch.
Like, the Packers, it's like one of those things where it's like, I don't think the Packers are going to be, like, anything really crazy next year. But, like, the defense never really was able to click this year. The offense, it seems like, is starting to kind of put some stuff together. So, I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers turn around and come out next year and are, a 10-7 team. The Vikings are always going to find ways to win games. They have a lot of talent. And then, then there's going to be the questions about, what are the Bears going to be? I mean, I don't think the Bears are, even though they have all this cap space and they have some picks this year, I don't think they're going to be, climbing up the contender ladder. But I definitely think they'll be better, especially with Fields having more experience. So it'd be interesting. I mean, the Lions, because the thing with the Lions is their offense is decent, but their defense is so bad, and it's really, really hard to fix, to go like a complete polar opposite in one season without having any negative impact on the other side of the ball.
Right.
Like, is the offense, because there's a lot of, like, is the offense clicking so well this year because they get so much field time?
I think in general, I sort of anticipate an NFC North shift. Maybe not drastic, but I think even this year, I think we've seen kind of the way things are leaning towards as far as the escape of that division.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson still sucks.
He got hurt too, didn't he?
Yeah, he got a concussion.
Yeah. That's like, I have no clue what it's kind of like I look at Denver the same way I look at Arizona. It's like everyone, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, Russell Wilson is being chastised and he has been playing, his play has granted that chastising, and I know it brings Massey much joy. But like, my question is, like, there's a lot of controversy around as to how poorly both of these teams have been playing around coaching, and it's like, is coaching really enough? Like the fucking Viking or the Cardinals, like, the Cardinals have consistently just been an underachieving team with all this talent. Is getting rid of Cliff Kingsbury and bringing in a different head coach going to make them a 11-win team? Are they going to go from being 4-8 at this point in the season to being fucking 9-3?
Does it have the possibility to? Yes.
I don't think they do. I'm sorry,
Coaching
but
matters.
coaching matters, but not 5 wins matters. There's talent to it. There's. I'm sorry, but like, I don't know. Like,
I won't disagree with you that talent is a big player in that, but coaching can absolutely turn teams around. Like, look at the change from here's an example from in the season. Look at the Panthers. The Panthers have been competitive in every single game since they fired what's his face. They have more rushing yards now than they do since they've traded Christian McCaffrey.
But what's it resulted in, though?
I'm pretty sure they've won a lot more games. What's the Panthers' record?
Don't they have 4 wins?
They're 5-8.
Okay, so for 5 wins.
Well, so it's resulted in 5 wins. They didn't have a win before that.
I don't know.
But also, you got to think of it like this, though. We all
Panthers
thought Frank Reich was a great coach when he first got the job too.
I don't know. I don't think bringing somebody into the Cardinals team makes them a 12-win team.
Well, I think the whole system is flawed because it's post the whole Josh Rosen thing, and that's kind of like the beginning of what we know the Cardinals to be now. And they wanted Kyler Murray, then they wanted the coach that would be paired with Kyler Murray to run this specific system that they were going to do, and it's resulted in not even a playoff appearance, right? I don't think they've gone to the playoffs together, have they?
Yeah, they have.
They have. They've just lost in the first round each time.
Okay, so what appearance?
Kendall,
Who?
can I cut you off real quick?
Yes.
Wait, Kendall talking about?
What's that?
He was saying that he was asking if they went to the playoffs.
Who?
Cardinals.
Cardinals in Kingsbury.
When did they go to the playoffs?
They lost last year to us in the wild card. And then
Okay.
they went his first year, I think.
That's it. Because the year before, I know they didn't go. They missed the playoffs because they lost the final game and the Bears got it because of it.
I'll give you another perfect example of coaching this season. The Giants, who have pretty much the same roster as they did last year, if not worse, or without more talent, and they have 7 wins.
And how many wins do they have since week 10? No offense, Mock.
But that's not the point. It's a worse team that's resulted in a lot more wins.
But the talent is like the talent level.
The talent is worse,
but the talent, right,
and they got better.
The talent is different on it. This Cardinals team should Cliff Kingsbury and this Cardinals team. I don't care how bad Cliff Kingsbury is. The talent is a 9-win team. The talent there is a 9-win team. Coaching doesn't have anything to do with your quarterback.
The last 3 years, the Giants have been a 4-win team at best.
And now they're a 7-win team. So it's resulting.
Right. The talent hasn't changed.
Okay. I don't know. Okay. So you're right then, I guess. If you get rid of Cliff Kingsbury and you bring in a comparable head coach, they're a 12-win team. I don't see it. I think if Cliff Kingsbury's fired, I think the Cardinals still finish third in the NFC West next year, and they don't make the playoffs. I don't think Kyler Murray's that good. I don't think the team clicks. I don't think anybody on the team gets along. I don't think
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm having the discussion about coaching mattering.
I don't think Cliff Kingsbury is the reason this team is bad.
I think he's part of it.
I think he makes questionable calls that maybe result in a loss or two a year. I think talent is poor. I think that it's the same thing on like Denver. I think bringing in a different head coach in Denver is going to result in them being the Super Bowl contenders everybody thought they were. I think that people just don't like each other on that team, and the chemistry is not good. The talent level's there, but it's all individualized efforts with no team chemistry. I don't think the coaching is going to result in them getting more wins, like a substantially more wins that result in the playoffs. I don't think in those two teams, I don't think coaching changes is really going to matter. I don't think Kyler Murray's coachable. I mean, this team right now is losing to a sorry Patriots team with no life.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with any of what you said.
I don't think coaching matters in this situation.
Specifically to the Cardinals?
I don't think it matters to the Cardinals, and I don't think it matters to Denver.
I'd argue maybe to the Cardinals, not to the degree that I was saying it's possible to change. I think you're right that they're a wild card team at best right now.
I don't think they're.
If they had the ideal situation, I think the talent on this team is able to get to the wild card. I don't think they're able to get past it, but I think that they're at least that level. Broncos, I'll agree with you again. The defense is really good. The offense, I think, has the ability to be really good. It's just that Russell Wilson isn't. I mean, yesterday he played okay, and you saw what that offense is capable of producing. I just don't think that they can do it consistently.
Well, I don't even think his teammates like him.
They don't. They all hate him.
Yeah, well,
I think that's another big problem in Arizona is that everybody hates Cliff. He doesn't have the locker room. And I don't think that people like Kyler Murray either.
Yeah, I mean,
They said like nobody was at Russell Wilson's birthday party.
Yeah, I think as far as what this Denver season is it's an over, it's a lost cause. You know, I mean, perhaps it could be salvaged.
They're already eliminated from the playoff contention, so yes, it is a lost cause.
Yeah, but I just mean in general, even if like let's say they win 2 more games or whatever, like. You're not going to change their opinion of your teammates in 2 weeks. I think it's whatever's going to become of that situation is going to at least take a whole off season and a lot of like deep thinking and looking back onto what happened. For me, like when we talk about Arizona, in a sentence, can someone describe to me what that offense is supposed to be? I'm just curious. Like, well, the players they have.
I can hop down there somewhere.
Like, was it like, in my opinion, like, hey, so we want to have this mobile quarterback. Let's be like the trend that everything is. And then we're going to build what players around him. One, a very athletic receiver, and that's it. And that will be how our system works. I don't understand.
Well, they got Hollywood Brown to go with Hopkins.
The offense wasn't much better when he was on the field.
Yeah, I just feel like there was no plan put in place other than, hey, we're trusting Cliff Kingsbury he's going to come in with this offense. We got the quarterback we want, and then everything will just win. I don't understand what the plan was.
I think you're overestimating and thinking that there was a plan.
Probably.
The Cardinals made moves to get the team better. It just never really panned out.
The only move that's
they went and got Zach Ertz,
which hasn't made a huge difference in their offense.
I mean, when he played, he was one of the top tight ends. Before he got hurt.
He was getting garbage stuff. He wasn't actually doing anything in that offense.
Before Hollywood Brown got hurt, he was doing big stuff.
He was doing okay.
There was no D-Hop, so you can't really say that.
I mean, I can say that because he was just doing okay. D-Hop doesn't have or Hollywood Brown out there, and he's doing fine.
Way different receivers.
I mean, yes, but if you go out there and get them expecting to be this huge guy that you're willing to trade a first-round pick for, you would assume that he'd be able to be the number one receiver. You don't go out and trade a first-round pick for a number 2.
Well, we did. That's all Hollywood Brown ever was.
In what
he was just good because Lamar
envision that, right? It's what you envision them to be. I'm not necessarily saying he is a number 1 receiver, but they envisioned him to be.
Correct.
So you would expect him to be able to do at least okay as the number 1.
When they traded for him, did they know about Hopkins' suspension?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know.
Hopkins was already suspended.
Okay.
I mean, for me, this is just kind of like a waste of their time because we've seen it now on three separate occasions within the division. The Rams made some moves, and they went to Super Bowl and won a Super Bowl. The 49ers have been, really good, and sometimes not, but like, and then in Seattle they lose Russell Wilson, who has been their guy forever, and they bring in another quarterback and are winning games, and in all these scenarios, the three other teams in the NFC West are succeeding, where Arizona has not met their expectations. So
look at this. You expected the Cardinals to be at least a playoff team, and Seattle to be a top 3 pick. Seattle has a top 3 pick, but it's not even fucking theirs.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, and I, it's funny, I can't even remember how we kind of got on this topic. I think the whole thing is a wash. It's like I think they need to move on from whatever party it's going to be, whether it's coach, whether it's quarterback, whether it's defensive pieces.
They need to fire Steve Keim.
Maybe it's all.
Because Steve Keim cannot draft.
Yeah, but I'm not impressed.
So yeah.
Steelers should fire Matt Canada.
Well,
I mean, yes, they should.
That might
Fuck
happen
that
this
guy.
offseason.
I'm also sad we won't get to see the Trubisky redemption arc.
Dude, Steelers gave that game to the Ravens.
I mean, yes, we did.
It's too bad. That was
I think with Kenny Pickett, they would have won that game.
Probably.
With Kenny Pickett doesn't make those mistakes.
well, it's a lot of things. It's Kenny Pickett and it's Trubisky, coming in cold and throwing those interceptions. It's Boswell getting
From the
kick
fucking
blocked.
football.
It's a lot of those things. It's
You've been running the football great the last few fucking weeks.
I don't know. They kind of got a gift. They got two gifts. You didn't have to play against Lamar Jackson, and Huntley leaves the game, so you're playing against the third string essentially, and you can't get it done. It's disappointing because I mean, otherwise it's a game that Lamar wins, and though the Ravens haven't been playing exceptionally well, I think there's a lot of people that would estimate if Lamar plays that Pittsburgh perhaps loses by maybe 10 points. So
yeah.
It's disappointing that they couldn't win that game.
Steelers actually beat Lamar Jackson a lot.
No, they have. No doubt. It's just that's one of those gifts.
I think the Ravens are doing everything they can to let Lamar walk.
Being future Lions quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Anybody, because dude, what do they put around him? That offense is trash.
Yeah, because Roy Roman is horrible.
Lamar Jackson wasn't even playing good the last 8 games before he got hurt.
Oh, absolutely not. Their entire offense has been a joke.
Mark Andrews hasn't been the same player he was the last few years.
Oh, trust me, I know.
I'm going to say that due to injury, but if you're Lamar Jackson, why do you go back?
Because they franchise you or they write you the biggest paycheck. Those are the 2 reasons.
Lamar Jackson going to the Panthers.
I don't think that they have the money to pay him.
Who the fuck are they paying?
The Panthers? Hold on. Over the cap.
Paul, you there?
I'm here.
Paul, tell me about your first car.
Chevy Silverado earned.
That's a very, very relevant detail.
All right. This year they're spending $280. Next year they're spending $225. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry. Panthers this year have $10 million in cap space. Next year have $86,000 in cap space. They can't even sign their rookie class.
What are they even paying?
2024, they're back up to 144. Let's see. Who are they paying next year?
Matt Rule.
Sam Darnold has a $19 million hit. Shaq
He's gonna be
Thompson, who's not even on the team anymore, has and
Where
they're
is
not
he?
going to cut him. He's in Buffalo. They're not going to cut him because he's owed that 18 or that 19 million. That's $19 million cap hit if you cut him.
Hmm.
So they're going to keep him. Taylor Moton, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Offensive lineman.
Who apparently has a $53 million contract. They're paying him $7 million next year. Cam Irving is another 6. Derek Brown's another 6. DJ Moore is another 6. There's a lot of sixes. And then they have carryover dead money from Robbie Anderson, Matt Paredes, Christian McCaffrey, Hassan Reddick, Baker Mayfield, Trey Boston, Morgan Fox, Dan Arnold, AJ Boye,
My God.
and Denzel Perryman. They have a lot of money tied up.
Turn out good with their money.
Yeah, somebody's got to be held
No.
accountable for that. That's horrible.
I'm sorry, that was this year's cap space. Next year, Shaq Thompson has a $25 million cap hit. Taylor Moton has a $25 million cap hit. Christian McCaffrey is a $18 million dead money cap hit. Robbie Anderson is a $10 million dead money cap. They're not good with their money. They have 5 guys.
I guess a team like that, you kind of have to overpay.
Yeah, they're 5 guys over 15 million in dead money now, or in cap money next year. 2 of them are at 25. So that's a quarter of your. No, that's 20% of your entire cap in 2 guys. Yes, no Lamar Jackson to the Panthers.
Well, I guess a team like the Panthers, you have to like overpay for mediocrity.
I mean, they were good for a little while.
Well, it's a team that, the post Super Bowl appearance, Cam Newton era, it never really, revamped or anything, and it kind of just fell into disrepair as it is now.
Yep. Hey, can you guys guess who has the most cap space next year? I'll give you a GSWD point if you get it.
For who, the Panthers?
Who has the most salary cap space?
Like this upcoming offseason?
Yes.
The Lions.
It is not the Lions. They're about halfway down the list.
Philadelphia.
It is not Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Phillies are right in the middle of the
Biggest
mix.
team in Major League Baseball.
No, they're the same.
Seattle?
Seattle is top 5, but they're not number 1.
Pittsburgh.
All right, hold on. So quick correction, because I think I'm seeing a pattern here. Who has the most free cap space next year is what I was getting at.
Pittsburgh.
It is not Pittsburgh.
Where are they on the list?
They're at 20 million.
The
It's not
Giants?
bad.
The Giants have 60 million. They're number 3 next year.
The New York Football Jets.
The Jets are about halfway down the list. They're 2 below the Steelers at 16 million free.
Is it the Bears?
It is the Bears, who have about $50 million more than the next team, which is just awesome.
Paul, who you signing?
All the wrong guys. That's what they did.
$125 million in cap space
Wow.
is insane.
Hope you guys are.
Top offensive lineman coming out of the freaking class.
Hope you guys are ready to see Saquon Barkley get a 6-year, $500 million deal.
God, could you imagine?
That would be pretty crazy.
Some shit there.
At $125 million. Second place is anybody?
You
One
said
guess each.
You said the Giants were third, right?
Correct. One guess
The
each.
Texans.
No.
I'm gonna go with Indianapolis.
Incorrect.
Mm,
What is not the Kansas City Chiefs?
That is correct.
So
San
I mean,
Fran-
technically. Go ahead,
Is
Paul.
Washington playing a lot of people?
Paul, what team did you say?
San Francisco.
They are in the middle of the pack. Number 2 is actually the Falcons at $72 million.
They're going to be bad.
They're probably going to be bad.
It'll be fun to
So,
watch. They've been fun to watch all year.
in order of your answers, the Texans are 9th. The Colts are 11th. The 49ers are 18th.
Who the Bears are going to sign?
I mean, I would imagine they're going to just go straight for best offensive lineman available.
Yep, and he's a Packer.
No, I don't think it's going to be best offensive line men, best offensive line men, multiple. I think they're going to. My guess would be they're going to try to sign. I would say 2 offensive linemen and at least 1 pass rusher in free agency.
All right, so let's see your options real quick. This is fun. I enjoy this.
I know who's re-signing with the Steelers this offseason.
Who's that?
Javon Hargrave.
Really?
We need a defensive tackle. And they usually do that shit.
Did he sign just for that? How many years has it been? 2?
3 years. It's been 3 years.
It's been 3 years. Wow.
All right. Paul,
Dalton
let's see.
Schultz.
You have tackle Orlando Brown Jr. is going to be a free agent.
Yep.
You have right tackle Jack Conklin. You have center Rodney Hudson. You have right tackle George Fance. Center Connor McGovern. Center Jason Kelsey. Guard Justin Pugh. Guard Roger Saffold.
Well, I don't think Kelsey's going anywhere. I think he ends up re-signing with the Eagles.
Probably.
I thought, did Quentin Nelson resign? I thought he was a free agent.
But Nelson?
Yeah. Did he already sign it?
Yeah, he signed like a $100 million deal. I remember that. That was a while ago.
I don't know. I mean, the thing is like I don't really know enough, so it's like to me it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? It's like,
well, Orlando Brown is a very good left tackle. Jack Conklin is a pretty all right tackle, and Rodney Hudson's a pretty all right center.
Isn't Rodney Hudson like 53?
Rodney Hudson is 53, but we took it fucking Andrew Whitworth when he was like 38.
Yeah.
Could be, you never know.
I mean, basically,
Elton Jenkins.
I think the only person on the offensive line that's safe is in terms of not being a potential cap casualty is Evan Jenkins. And that's just a rookie or whatever, 2 years. I don't know what they're gonna do because like I don't know what they're gonna do at corner because like they like Jalen Johnson and they love Kendall Vildor and they love Kyler Gordon, but like they need somebody that knows what they're doing. You know, that's not fucking 22 years old. You know, their linebackers, like they're really high on that Jack Sanborn undrafted kid, but like I don't know if that's gonna be enough. And like they have no pass rush. Their defense is so bad.
Took out Robert Quinn to the Eagles.
And then got injured.
What happened to Mock?
He had to sign
He
off.
said he wasn't feeling well.
Who said he wasn't feeling well?
Mock.
When the hell did he say that? I missed that.
It was in the chat.
No.
He signed off a little while ago.
I signed off because I saw him. I just didn't know if he was just having technical difficulties or if Kendall was mean to him.
Probably the second one. For being
Well,
honest.
listen, I try my best to be mean to everyone.
Kendall's literally the worst person I know.
Yeah, it's either Kendall or Vito.
Man, how could you put Vito in that conversation? How can you compare him to Kendall?
It's pretty easy.
Ruthless,
Kendall, we
you
love
guys.
you.
Ruthless.
Are we drafting shapes tonight?
That'd actually be pretty funny.
You know, it's funny. We actually have drafted shapes before.
Have we?
Have we?
Oh, yeah. Shapes.
Shapes? Yeah, we've drafted shapes.
What about colors? We do colors?
We did things that are yellow last week.
Ooh, yeah, another color thing. What about things that are green?
No. Green sucks.
Fuck you.
I'd be down to do a draft of some kind.
Yeah, we can do it, Jeff. That's fine.
I'll let Paul pick it because he's good at picking things.
I have to pick it?
Yeah.
What if
Say
I don't
things
want?
are green. Say things are green. Say things are green.
Don't do that one.
Give me a second.
Are you going to scroll through the channel?
No, I'm getting to my list of because I have some. Oh, Kendall, your girl attacked Bianca Belair today.
Oh, did she?
Yeah,
She-
Black China.
She's supposed to be fighting. What's her face?
It's my favorite wrestler. What's her face? Love her.
I can't think of her name. Oh, Bailey, for a number one contender.
Maybe she won, and that's why
Oh, maybe.
Belair was out there. You ass. What the fuck's my list? Because I made a list of a bunch of different draft categories, and then I separated them. Kyle, I'm not doing it.
I didn't read it.
Pretty sure he doesn't have to. I can tell you what it said.
Does it say pooping mess?
It does not.
Oh, that's what it says.
No.
Ass ball.
Paul, is that what it said?
Favorite poop.
It's what one of them said.
Febreze scent.
Man, I gotta fucking oops.
I'll take Island Breeze with the first pick.
I have a really good one, but I think I want to save it for when Mock is on.
That's fair.
Because I feel like he would appreciate this.
I feel like what you're saying is that we're not.
No. This is going to be a good thing to get like everybody mad. So it would be great to have all four of you here with me for that one.
A sneak peek, or you're just not going to tell us?
I'll tell you if you guys want, but I think it's better to like genuinely have the reaction. It's your call.
Well, then save it then.
I'm not happy with surprises. I'd like surprises.
I was going to
but I
say
don't
draft of controversial opinions.
That's everything.
But
whole brain is controversial.
no. Here's the stipulation. It has to be a controversial thought that everybody else in the group opposes.
I can't think of a draft topic. I can't find
All
my
right,
list.
you know what? Fuck it. Let's do that.
Okay.
So, controversial opinions. Everybody else in the group has to disagree with you on said opinion.
Are we going like specifically sports?
No,
Okay.
just anything. Life.
That's weird, though. Because usually I just disagree with Mock.
So it has to be something that.
We all say plenty of things that everybody disagrees with. Like, All right, you know what? Think on that for one. Let me see if I can think of another one real quick.
Man, look at this.
What?
Kyler Murray, Marco Winslow, Jack Jones, Devontae Parker, Ramondre Stevenson, all injured in the first half, out for remainder of game.
Wow.
I saw that text. Ramondre Stevenson has come back in though.
Did he?
Yes, I just got the tweet from.
Oh, the halftime thing just said out for.
Unless that was an old tweet that referenced another time he went out and came back in.
Nah, TVs are always wrong.
I don't know. Man, this is tough. Kyle,
Yeah.
give us a draft.
All right, let's do.
What draft are we doing?
I'm asking Kyle to pick one.
Let's just do things that are green.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Let's just get it over with. Makes Kyle happy. We'll do 5 rounds.
All right. Let me get the randomizer.
Kyle, we get 2 challenge flags. So it'll be a little different because now there's 4 of us. So if Massey makes a pick and you challenge it, me and Kendall get to decide if the challenge is overturned or not.
Okay.
You can state your case as to why you think it should be overturned, but like we get the ultimate decision.
Okay.
Oh my God, the Nets.
All right. You got Paul, Mass, Kyle, Kendall.
All right.
Okay, hold on. That works. Things that are green. Go ahead, Paul.
First.
Lars.
I mean, I'm going to take grass.
Okay.
Good pick. Solid. I like where you're going with this, Paul.
I'm going to go ahead and take money.
Solid pick.
I'm going to challenge, and I'm going to say it has to be cash. Show me a green quarter. No, I'm just joking. Money is fine.
I'll take $1 bill over a quarter.
I'm going to take. No, I'm going to say the Ninja Turtles. Is that cool?
I'm fine with it.
Question. Question. Does he have to? Do we think he has to pick a specific turtle, or does he just get all 4 turtles?
Are you going to throw the challenge flag on it?
I'm not.
I think you can take the lump, because honestly, I'm not going to draft any of those guys.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Kendall, you have back-to-backs.
With the back-to-back. I'll tell you, money was clever. I was actually kind of thinking that before. We're talking stuff. I will take my first pick, the avocado. I like those a lot. And
Never pegged you for an avocado guy.
it's more of a more recent thing. I'd say in the past 5 years or so. I don't know. I used to dislike it, and then I don't know. I guess tastes change.
Okay. What's your second one?
And my second one will be. Damn, I don't know. I will take.
You literally can't think of 5 green things.
But I want it to be good.
Maybe started off bad.
Kyle, for someone who's never had it before, you should shut up.
No, because it's disgusting.
It's a terrible reason.
Wow.
All right. To move things along, I will take the New York Jets helmet.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, so again, I think like because we already established this with the Ninja Turtles, I think you just get the New York Jets uniforms.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I like it.
Anybody else hear Edge's theme song playing when Mike White got sacked?
No.
No.
I didn't even see the sack. Was it that bad?
Dude, he got speared, literally speared. Like if you watch it in slow mo, you can literally watch his helmet start popping off of his head as he's dragged down to the ground, shoulder into the fucking stomach.
Who's spiriting?
Let's see. And did they get a penalty flag?
I don't know if it.
I'm taking Yoshi, by the way.
Okay.
Wow, Kyle.
What?
Nothing.
I didn't. He wasn't going to get to you, Paul. So don't be mad at Kyle for that. I'm mad at Kyle because I was about to take him, but
What fucked up? I might have fucked up.
What, Yoshi? Man,
No. You said wow, and it made me think of something.
I can't believe it wasn't your first pick.
I know.
Paul, do you care if I take it?
Go ahead.
Give me the Power Ranger.
Yeah, we fucked up.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking like all of it had to be green, if you know what I'm saying?
We've literally had this discussion.
Massey, I know. Okay.
What's the quarterback's name for the Jets that got hit?
Mike White.
Mike White.
Like,
Massey,
I
you
put
make
it
a
in my
trade?
No.
So-
Give me Yoshi.
I already have grass, so like the utility player, kind of like face of the league, heavy vet. I need
Oh my god.
I need a big presence down low that can like really handle the paint for me.
Oh, he's taking leaves.
I need somebody that can somebody that can really bring intimidation to the court. So just go ahead and give me
Give you what?
Shrek.
Shrek. I like it. What are you following that up with?
And then I'm gonna follow that up with we need. I think we've got a lot of savvy players in the team, but we need someone that can really kind of hold the fort down. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not gonna go that route. We need unpredictability on this team. Give me Kermit the Frog.
Unpredictability.
That's a good pick, Paul.
It is a very good pick.
I'm taking my center next.
I feel like you need a guy who has the opportunity to surprise you. He's never thought of as the guy, but man, when he gets in there, he's the guy. Everybody just doesn't seem to think of him as that guy for that reason. I'm going to go ahead and take Luigi.
I like it.
So here's my big man. He's just gonna fucking pound the rock down low. I'm taking the Charlie Green Big Giant.
Okay, Kendall?
I got back to back here.
Yep.
Well, I got to take my my namesake from the WWE wrestling games. I'll take the Praying Mantis.
Good pick.
And kind of staying, you guys have picked a lot of characters, which kind of, was not even on my radar, but good calls. So to kind of join that group, I will take the Incredible Hulk.
God damn, I didn't think he was going to go. That's a good
Not
pick.
too shabby, Kendall. Not too shabby.
Well, listen,
Praying Mantis was a little weak, but I'm a big fan of the Hulk pick.
Oh, but listen, the praying mantis. That's the Connecticut State insect, by the way.
You know what? I'll give it to you. You picked the Jets uniform, so we're already struggling here, so it's all right.
Listen, the Jets uniform is pretty classy.
Pretty terrible.
I disagree.
I'm back up.
Yes.
All right, so I'm taking a homer pick here. I'm taking the Philly Fanatic.
Okay.
Good for you, Kyle.
Thank you, sir. I
Somebody
don't know
had
if you mean that.
somebody had to
Nobody
take.
had. Oh yeah. He's the best man.
You know, I'm torn by a lot of things here. There's like three guys that I really want to pick that I think that can go here. But I think I got to take my favorite of the three rather than possibly the best out of three. Give me Bulbasaur.
Nice.
Oh, you got back to back, buddy.
Back to
We're getting some. I don't know from
Yeah, where's the word coming from? That's coming out of Kyle. Kyle, do you have us on speaker? Kyle?
I mean,
Fix your microphone.
was on speaker, but always-
What was your question, Paul?
I was just saying, I have you on speaker, but then I always have you on speaker.
That's fine. He, for whatever reason, had us too loud.
No, okay.
You got back-to-backs here, buddy.
I wasn't thinking Pokemon, and now I am, and it's totally changing everything I want to do.
We are still having trouble hearing you, bud. Kind of better, not much.
You know what? I feel like if you're not going to take, if you can't get Bulbasaur, what's the point?
Right.
I'm going to go. I'm going to go with some more grit and attitude. Give me the Grinch.
Nice. It's a good pick. I was going to take him.
Holiday specific too. Nice.
And in the wisdom and wise words of Kendall, how can you not take yourself? Give me the Riddler.
Hey.
Good pick. Couple of picks that I didn't foresee going, but are really making me think different things. No, Kyle, we cannot. Man, I'm between two characters here, and I don't know who I want to pick. But I think I'm going to take the classic Mike Wazowski.
Nice.
Souls, you there?
Mike Wazowski's a good pick.
Yeah, I think Kyle's had this issue. Like only Marcus had this issue, and I don't know what the reason is. I don't know if it's internet or what, but
We lost Souls. I'll make his pick for him. I'll make his pick for him if you guys want.
yeah, make the pick for him. And
All
if
right.
you get back on, you can always change it.
Can I know what Kendall's team is?
Kendall's team: Avocado, Jets, Praying Mantis, and Hulk.
No, I'm sorry, I meant Kyle's team. Sorry.
Ninja Turtle, Yoshi, Jolly Green Giant, and the Fanatic.
The Fanatic, Yoshi, Jolly Green Giant, Philly Fanatic, and what? And teams? All right. So Kyle's got a lot of happiness. Kyle needs some grounding on this team. He needs someone to keep the joy in check. Give him Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar the Garage.
Kendall, you're up.
All right. So I've kind of been all over the map here, and I think you guys took a lot of stuff that you like. So I mean, I think I can't shy away. I got to pick something that I like. So I think with my last pick, I'll take the Burlington Northern Railroad.
All right. I mean, train.
So he's lost, right?
Listen,
I mean,
you got to check it out. That's a great paint scheme.
yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I think Kendall got, pun intended, derailed. I think Kendall got screwed up when we started taking characters. I think Kendall was thinking more of like plants and animals and vegetables and things like that. Like Kendall was trying to think of like something green that you just find around the house, not like a character on TV. I tell you what, you know who could have been taken and wasn't?
Who?
The Geico Gecko.
Oh,
That's a good pick.
Remember the Gecko video game?
there was
Like,
a Gecko video.
Geck?
Do you remember that, Mass?
You mean Geck?
Yeah. It was like a 007 game, but you were Gecko. It's all-
I'm sorry, Gex. 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 Enter the Gecko.
But wait, it wasn't.
Yes.
But it wasn't like insurance themed video game, right? Like,
No, Kendall. This is what the cover looked like. Look in the memes channel.
oh,
This was before then.
we gotta scroll down. Huh. That actually is kind of
Hit on
familiar.
like,
Did I lose everybody?
No,
nope.
Oh, okay.
Kendall just stopped talking for some reason.
I think my internet dropped a second. I do actually kind of remember seeing this. I don't think I ever. Gex.
I always get confused on like where to look. Where the memes page, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to play that game. That game was sick.
It was certainly a different time.
That was
Big fan.
probably a standalone, right?
Yes. I don't believe that there was a sequel released. Oh, I'm sorry, Kendall. There were 3 of them.
I think. Well, hey, guess it was popular enough to make more than one.
Definitely.
Here's the third one. Oh my god, that was made by Eidos?
That's a great cover. I like as you Gecko and there's a human woman in the background. Although he traded in his awesome tux for whatever that thing is.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like a kung fu thing. Or maybe not. Maybe it's a white tux. But I like the very real person behind him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Deep cover Gecko.
And Eidos is the company that went on to merge into Square Enix. And they have a lot of good games, but a lot of very old games. Eidos Interactive Games. Let's see.
When was that game out?
That was 95. Let's see. I'm pretty sure they did the Thief series. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. I know they did Resident Evil. Oh, there we go. There's Thief. They did Final Fantasy VIII, Hitman Codename 47.
Huh.
They had a lot of good old stuff.
Shout out to Eidos.
To toast of Dysexcellence Ionis, though, because they put out Deus Ex Invisible War, which is one of the worst games I've ever played.
All right, you guys ready to play a quick little new game I made? Takes 2 seconds.
Sure. Let's do it.
All right. I'm going to give you a line. You're going to tell me if you're taking the over or under. And we'll, you guys, it's not as much fun with 2 people, but, and then I'll give you the stats after.
All
right. Career rushing touchdowns for the following 3 players combined: Brandon Jacobs, Matt Forte, Stephen Ridley.
Stephen Ridley, the running back?
Yes. The running back for New England and Pittsburgh and the Jets and Atlanta.
Okay.
All right. All 3 guys, combined rushing touchdowns. Are you taking the over or under? The line is set at 124.
I'm taking the over.
Well, I guess I'll take the under.
You don't have to take the under. You can take the over as well if you want.
So I'd like to take exactly that number.
Either over it or under it.
I will take the under still, just for conversation.
All right. The over is correct. 130.
Yeah, I was about to say, because Forte has like 50 on his own, and then I'm pretty sure Stephen Ridley has like another 30 or 40.
Stephen Ridley has 24.
Cool. Very wrong. Very lucky.
Well, it's interesting.
60.
Because Brandon Jacobs was kind of like the power back. Ridley was kind of the finesse. And then, Forte was kind of the intermediate where he could, be the tough in between the tackles, but then he could also, jump out and, catch passes out of the backfield. So it was kind of like the happy medium.
Jacobs had 60, Forte 54, Stephen Ridley 24. So there you go.
All right, I like it.
Stephen Ridley only played for 8 years.
All right, well, I withdraw my statement.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder what his career would have been if he had stayed healthy.
Yeah.
So in his second year, he rushed for just under 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns. And then the next year, he played in 14 games, but he only started 6. But he still rushed for 773 and 7 touchdowns. And then he just could never stay healthy until he played in, then the most games, he never played more than 8 games in a season again until his last year of his career for the Steelers. He played in 10 games, but he didn't start. He only rushed 29 times for 80 yards and a touchdown.
I think he ended up getting kind of caught up in that New England, hey, we're going to have a trio of running backs that we're going to use.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Closing remarks?
Kyle, don't know what happened to you. Miss you.
Rest in peace, Kyle.
Hey, don't say that.
All right. Over, under, real quick, last one. Over, under, 29 receiving touchdowns, same 3 players.
Over.
What was the number, Paul?
29. Taking the over or the under?
Question is, did Forte have 28?
Kind of what I'm banking on.
I don't think he did.
Are you taking the under?
Yes.
The under is correct. Matt Forte had 21. Brandon Jacobs had 4. Stephen Ridley had none.
Really? I would
Stephen Ridley, I knew didn't have any.
I would have thought he's had a couple, but
he was never the receiving back in that offense.
No, I know, but even just you play long enough, something just tends to happen. At least once.
Not for Stephen Ridley.
Well, apparently so.
I just think it's so funny that Brandon Jacobs rushed 1,141 times in his career. 5 of them in San Francisco, the rest as a Giant. He played 2 whole games for San Francisco and then left.
Where did he go to after the San Fran?
He went back to the Giants for a year.
Did he?
Yeah, he went back for 1 year, rushed for 238 yards and 4 touchdowns.
It's pretty good.
Was he there for? Is he a 2-time Super Bowl champion?
Brandon Jacobs?
That's a good question.
What
He
year
is a
did that
2-time
happen?
Super Bowl champion.
Right, they won 07 and 11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep, he is a 2-time champion.
I have no closing remarks. I will say though that the breakfast stout is a dark oatmeal stout with very minimal on the roasted and coffee notes to it. Much more of a creamy stout. Very good, delicious. 4.1 out of 10. Just kidding. 4.1 out of 5.
All right.
Kendall, how was yours? My Brandon Jacobs fumbled a lot. 19 fumbles.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had from the Riddler collection, I had the Crown Royal XO, their recipe, but finished in cognac casks. Very good. I actually regret, because I had from the Riddler collection 2 other Crown Royal bottles that I wish I kind of saved for a show to kind of review them in sequence to do kind of like a compare and contrast. What I will tell you, though, is of the 3, I enjoy probably the XO the most. And I guess the finish to me is slightly sweeter. All of the 3, all very, very smooth compared to the just original Crown. Not that the one is harsh, but just by comparison, those are much smoother recipes. I'm trying to think what would be the best way to describe it. There's not really any like wood notes that really jump out to me. Just that there seems to be like a sweetness that I guess would be attributed to, like, I wish I knew what like cognac, was, the barrel. There's not like a description on it. Maybe the box had a description, but it's very good.
Very nice. Very nice. Massey, how's your water?
Refreshing.
Good. Excellent. Well, we're sorry that we started off with Mark and Kyle and then we lost them. So hopefully next year next week we finally get it all together.
Yep.
But until then, I'm your hostess, Cupcake the Riddler.
Nope. Be
sure to like, subscribe.
Yeah, sorry, Kendall.
No problem. We're working.
I didn't even notice.
But yeah, Twitter and Instagram GSWD_4, Facebook Getting Sports with a Drunk.
Make sure to use hashtag GSWD for all your daily uses. Whether it's feeling a little under the weather or forgetting to draft the Green Ranger when you're the biggest Ranger fan in the world.
We're on all the podcast platforms, so be sure to follow, subscribe. We're there, and we're pumping out shows every week. So stay tuned, and thank you for your patronage.
Now I'm the hostess, Cupcake the Riddler.
Nope.
The Mask Chris Massey.
And the Rat of a Red Baron.
No.
Yeah.